The set of first elements of the ordered pair in the relation or function is A domain. The charge in coulombs that passes through a wire after t seconds is given by the function q of t is t cubed minus 2t squared plus 5t plus 2. Determine the average current during the first 2 seconds. So the average current will be the change in our charge per change in time. So during the first 2 seconds, so this will be the charge on the second minus the charge on the 0th second over the change in time. So to be able to find the charge on the second, so we need to substitute t as 2 in our original equation. So at q of 2, that will be 2 cubed minus 2 squared plus 5 times 2 plus 2. So that will be 12 coulomb. And at the 0th second, so substitute 0 on our value of t. So q of 0 will be equivalent to 2 coulomb. So using this formula, the change will be 12 minus 2 coulomb over the change in time, which will be during the first 2 seconds. So that will be 2 seconds. So coulomb per second is ampere. So answer will be 5 ampere. Differentiate 7x squared plus 16x. So to differentiate, so we have this function 7x squared plus 16x. So this will be 14x plus 16. The derivative of the function is identical to the slope of the graph of the function. If n is a positive integer, then the nth derivative of x with respect to x of x raised to n will be, so that is equivalent to n factorial. What is the second derivative of x times the natural logarithm of x? So first one, we have this original function. So let x as our u and ln of x as our v. So the derivative of product will be the u derivative of v plus v derivative of u. So our first derivative will be u, that's our x. Derivative v, which is the derivative of ln of x, is 1 over x. Plus v, that's ln of x. Derivative of u, which is the derivative of x, that is 1. X times 1 over x cancel, so this will be 1 plus the natural logarithm of x. That's our first derivative. And for the second derivative, so this will be derivative of 1, 0. And derivative of ln of x, that will be 1 over x. Answer D. If the sum of two numbers is c, what is the minimum value of the sum of their squares? So for example, the two numbers are x and y. The sum of these two numbers is c. And we want to minimize the sum of their squares. So the sum will be x squared plus y squared. So to be able to simplify this one, let's express the equation in terms of single variable. So let's say from our very first equation, y is equal to c minus x. Substitute it on our second equation, so that will be x squared plus c minus x squared. So that will be the sum. And let's get the derivative of the equation with respect to x. So that will be ds dx, and that will be 2x plus, bring down 2, and then c minus x minus 1 on our exponent, so that will be raised to 1, and the derivative of the function inside the parentheses will be negative 1. And to find the minima, the derivative must be equal to 0. So this will be 2x minus 2c plus 2x. And that will be equal to 0. So positive 2c is equal to 4x. Dividing both sides by 4, x will be 2 over 4 or 1 half x. 1 half c rather. So we now have a value of x. And now we can solve for the value of y. Y will be c minus x, which is c over 2. So y will be also c over 2. And we want to find the sum of their squares. So s will be x squared plus y squared. X is c over 2 and the squared. And y is c over 2 and the squared. So this will be c squared over 4 plus c squared over 4, or this will be c squared over 2. Answer C. What's the limit of cosine of 1 of x as x approaches infinity? So, putting that in your calculator, please remember to put your calcu in mode radians. And then type cosine of 1 over x. Press calc. If we are asked for the value of x, type infinity, or that's a very large number. So please type a very large number like 99999. And then press equals. So what is the calculator value here? So this will be equal to 1. Evaluate. Integral within an integral. So in solving this one, let's solve for the integral within the integral first. So integral of x squared plus 3y squared dx from 0 to y. Dx means we will be getting the integral with respect to x only, meaning variables other than x will be treated as constant. So for example, integral of x squared will be x cubed over 3. And 3y squared, 3 is a constant, y squared is a constant, and derivative of 1 dx will be x. And then inserting our limit from 0 to y, so this will be y cubed over 3 plus 3y squared times y, and that will be y cubed. That will be our answer. And then it is now ready to be put in our calculator. So this is y cubed over 3 plus 3y cubed dy. From 0 to 2, put that in your calculator, and answer will be 40 over 3. Determine the slope of the curve. So again, slope is the first derivative. So slope meaning it is just like finding the first derivative. Of course, so let's find the first derivative of this function at 1, 0. So x squared derivative, that's 2x. Y squared, that will be 2y, y prime. Negative 6x, that will be negative 6. And plus 10y, that's 10y prime. Equals 0. And then substitute x equals 1 and y equals 0. What is the value of y prime? So this will be 2 over 5.